to the Shinobi Unfolding.
In 3, 2, 1. Konnichiwa, mi gente. Welcome to another episode of the Shinobi Unfolding. I am your ninja Jay Aguila.
Name is JL Black Ivory.
The weeb scholar Monty.
And his apprentice Dave.
That is senpai. Yeah. That is senpai.
Yeah. And special guest, a really great listener and compadre to our social group, and we're glad to have him tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause for our good friend Michael. Michael, thanks for
the filthy casual.
Filthy casual. Oh my God.
It's okay to be one. Don't ever feel bad about that.
You could be a dirty dover if you want. And tonight,
oh yeah, one.
And of course, tonight we are here to talk about something so amazing. God bless to all the nerds around the world. We're here to talk about anime. Oh, damn, you guys are truly fans. I appreciate that. And as you guys know, we're here to talk about all the good, the bad, and the ugly of anime, especially this upcoming fall season. But we're also going to talk a little bit about what occurred last episode because some people were hurt. Aww. But before we do that, please be sure to follow the Shinobi Unfolding on all social media platforms. All you got to do is just type in the word The Shinobi on your Google search or Bing search, and we're probably one of the top 10 options on your list, as well as all of our podcast media. There is no excuse. There's no way you could hide from us. We are everywhere, and we are listening, and we're hoping you guys are giving that 5 stars. So, before we start, how is everybody doing today?
Fantastic.
Oh, wow.
Pretty good. Yeah.
The day in paradise, as I like to say.
Hey, killing it.
How you doing, man?
Oh, we're doing great, man. I took a nap before doing this, and I feel a little bit more energetic.
Oh, that's first. Good. You got yourself a little energy boost. I like
just
that.
A little bit. But once we're done, I promise you, I'm going to DJ Kama.
You've been killing it at school, here, working out still? Like, come on, give yourself credit, man.
You know what? It's the little thing that counts. You know what I'm saying?
I see it in your shoulders. You look good.
Oh, wow. I mean, thank you, man.
You know.
Fuck. Anyway,
I got you. Let's go. Let's go. It's been 3 weeks since I've been on here, son. Let's go.
All right.
Starting to look like his caricature.
I'm trying to, but I'm wearing pink throughout the month of October just to support and bring cancer awareness to everybody around the world. But it's not about me. It's about Michael. Michael, thank you again for coming to our show, dude.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, man. We put you through the ring of fire and we ask you some simple questions. And so for some, it's difficult, but for you, I think you're going to knock it out of the park. Baseball reference. So the first question we always ask is, what got you into anime?
I think just anime is just another medium for great shows. I think just as a kid, I just liked shows that happened to be anime. I didn't know that they were anime. I just thought they were great shows. I mean, everyone back in the day, that you loved Pokemon, you loved Yu-Gi-Oh, and then that just kind of went down that rabbit hole. Toonami showed up, and they had things like DBZ. You had Yu Yu Hakusho, and then you started just seeing these great shows like Trigun was just awesome, and it just kind of rolled from there. It's like you see all this stuff, and then I get to high school, and it's like my friend was talking about, it's like, oh, there's an anime club, and I'm just like, anime. I was like, oh yeah, it's like oh, like that is like a thing.
You went to the same school?
Right, I heard about that, and it's just like, oh, you guys have an anime club, and I'm like, there was an anime club, but it clashed with the other stuff because I basically kept myself busy 24/7, and so I never went to it because it was only once a week thing, and everything I did was always 5 days a week plus a Saturday kind of thing.
Man. Respect. But,
no, it was just to keep me busy. Otherwise, I would have just fucked off all the time. Trust me, if I don't keep busy, I time gets wasted. But yeah, it's like all those like those shows that like Toonami just like kind of just like sailed in, and it's like, oh, like this is great. But then like all of a sudden like Toonami, like those shows just kind of sailed off. I'm like, oh, like what happened to those? Like what happened like after the Demon Tournament, and like what happened after that? And then like all of a sudden like the internet, like it's funny because like right around that time, like internet speeds were very, very slow, and so you really like you were very limited on what you could go and search out in the world. And so like you had like that buddy in high school. It's like, oh, like you've never been to like Chinatown, and you've never been to those like back end shops where like you saw like that they sold like DVDs that you had to play on like an international DVD player. I'm just like, what?
You bring me back to being in a flea market and finding Dragon Ball GT VHSs. I don't want to go into the anime, but just the concept of seeing that stuff when I was 12, and that's how you had to see it. It's nuts.
Yeah, and it's like, and at the time, it was like, you know, he takes me, he's like, buddy, let me take you in. And it's just like, I'm going to Chinatown with him. It's like, I was like, oh, it's like, all right, don't worry, man. I'm Vietnamese, so trust me, they hate me way more than they hate you.
Wait, that's a fun fact? You're really...
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it was a good buddy of mine. Like he was just like fucking around, but like.
All right, that's fair enough. So so you mentioned a whole different group, you know, the W Kids, Toonami, but what was that one anime that be like, yo, this is me. This is part of my childhood. Like, what will be that one anime that comes to mind?
Honestly, I gotta say, it keeps going back, and people dump on it, man. But I loved Yu Yu Hakusho. That show was awesome. I loved it. Some people like it wasn't their thing. It had that like one round where they were like attacking some guys at like the hospital. That was just like, whatever. That's fine.
Aftermath,
but
yeah, where's the professor to counter this right now?
I know. Like, some people don't like it. I don't get it. Like, like have you ever like gone around like all of a sudden like you get to a certain age and people tell you that the Return of the Jedi was not good? I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, was I not supposed? Right? It's like, what are you talking about? Was I not supposed to like the adorable teddy bears? Like, that was specifically made for me. Like, I was a child at the time. They were adorable. Like, they ate stormtroopers. Like, what was the problem with them? It was just like I don't know. Like there was everything good about them. Like, I don't care that they didn't fit your canon. Like they fit mine because I was there when it was created. But it was great. Like, I just like that, like, just the progression of that his powers grew. I like that his friends like grew with him, that it wasn't just him moving along. Like, granted, like there wasn't anything, it was pretty surface level, like throughout like the whole thing of his growth of it. You know, he had like his girlfriend on the side that was just kind of like trailing along, but yeah, like it was fine. It did its job. But yeah, like the whole thing was great. I just like I'm a sucker for tournament mode. Like when like the first round of Dragon Ball, like not like the later DBZ. Like I followed DBZ like when it went all the way through like when they were facing Boo. After that, I fell off because it was like, all right, we're doing the same thing over and over again. But like the early Dragon Ball, when they were doing like the tournament, and he's like they're fighting on like that, you know, just like that square like raised surface, like that kind of like tournament style. Like, I love it. I'm a sucker for it. There's just something about it. Yeah, just like exactly like we're gonna face off in this square ring, two guys, and we just go at it. Like, there's no outside story, there's no like side love story. Like, I tried to get into Baki, like the fight scenes are crazy, and it's just like it is intense. But then all of a sudden we're doing this just like side story. It's like, oh, I have this girlfriend, and we're gonna walk through the park, and I love her, and like, what? It's just like, why do I care about these people? It was like, I don't know. I drifted off after a while.
He got his ass kicked. Like, come on, man. That was awesome.
It was fine. But yeah, it was good. It was a good story. If Baki turned on the television, if I still had like cable television, I wouldn't turn it off. But if like internet streaming services being what they are today, there's just too many other things for me that I want to get into rather than go back to it.
All right, fair enough. And joining us is the professor. And another question we usually ask our fans.
Hey, one.
What's up, guys?
We're recording. Mike, can you tell us what is your top five? Top five anime, doesn't have to be in a certain order. Just name five if you can.
All right, top five. Just from the heart, I'm going to go with Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Oh, everybody loves it.
Yeah. Oh, it was gorgeous. I first watched the regular Full Metal Alchemist, and it was awesome. And then I discovered the manga. And I'm like, it's still good. And like, I went back, I reread the whole thing, and then I discovered that they were remaking the anime to reflect the manga. And I'm like, I get to experience again. And I think it was right around that time that I then got into like manga. And so like I then dove down that rabbit hole. And so at that time I got into like Bleach, I got into Naruto, I got into One Piece. Oh man, it was a deep hole, man. It was a deep hole. I got into Gantz, I got into Berserk, I got into just like everything like that. And like I stayed like current to and finished. And it was like I loved it because like there's a certain point it's like there's like 500 like 1,000 chapters of this, but that's fine. Like no one looks at the Lord of the Rings and says like, I don't want to get into that because there's 3 ginormous books. No, people look at that and they say that that's an amazing story that people rave around the world. That's a great read to look forward to. And so like I knew like getting into One Piece that it was like, I know this is going to be like great because like so many people talk about it, right? It's like I have a lot to look forward to. Now, so I knew getting into it.
Now you name 7 already, so if you could take out 2, who will make the list?
Oh damn! I didn't know I was going to spend it so fast.
Like you hit them hard, like One Piece, Naruto, Bleach, like.
Oh, I was only naming Full Metal Alchemist, but all right, from that list, those guys were just part of the story. I guess from that, I would take out Gantz because the ending sucked.
Okay.
Like the whole like it was really really good up until like the last like 50 chapters. Yeah.
You got 4 left.
That I got to take down.
No, I think he's good. I think he got it. He got enough. Now let's get. Now the professor's back. Oh, professor's here. He's looking pretty.
What's up, guys? Sorry, I'm late.
No. You're fine. You're fine.
Do your intro now.
No, hell no. This is like last week. You use your turn. Talk about last week. JL and Mike, you was not in it, and just got to hear your thoughts. What you thought of our list, man? Do you think we made the right choice with all these players, or do you think we messed it up in some way or form?
Yeah, who are you the most perturbed about?
Can you? Anyone who missed last week's episode, can we run through the list real quick?
I could try, but
I don't remember off the rip.
From the S class, we definitely put
we had the Major, Naruto, Guts, Edward Elric.
Look at him run.
Let's go.
Dude,
yes.
My brain was made for just straight up rote memorization. I remember the most obscure facts and it just stuck in my head forever.
Only level S class you remember from the top.
Apparently Dave is S class.
Yes. I think in the C class we put Saitama Goku. We put in Jonathan Jotaro. I forgot the B and A. I know in the F class we put in Pharaoh Yugi, Zach Bell. Oh, level C.
I mean, that anime went nowhere. I completely agreed with everything on it.
All right, I got it.
Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Give it to me.
See, from top to bottom or bottom to top?
Top to bottom.
top to bottom, we got S class, like David mentioned. We have the Major, we got Naruto, we got Guts, we've got Mob, we've got Edward Elric.
Yes.
In the A class, we've got Joseph, Tanjiro, Tiny Giant from Haikyuu. We've got Vegeta, Naofumi, Luffy, Deku, and Itachi.
Oh yeah, we wanted to ask GL what he thought about Luffy's placement on the list.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing about the way the tiers work, and I love where the characters are, is that if you look at them from a realistic approach, granted, someone like Luffy, someone like Goku, anybody could overcome the biggest obstacle that they are, but as a character, structure, story, who they are to other characters, and a lot of concepts, I think some characters should be brought down from their horse, honestly. Some of them are regarded too highly. I think Tanjiro being an A-class character is pretty dope, considering, you know, his convictions, his motivations, what he's working for. I would want to put Luffy there, honestly. Would I put him in S? No, because he's still that. I mean, I'm staring at his caricature right now, and he's kind of looking at me as I say this, but he's always head first. He's always eating, and he cares about everybody in front of him, but he's a very simple-minded individual, and that's not against him, but he is a battle-hardened genius. I don't think anything can stop him except Kaido smack the shit out of him.
And water.
And water. So that's fair. Yeah, weakness right there and there. I mean, something like that can tear Superman down from being an S-class person. I like the placement of Saitama, because his concept is a one punch. And I feel like that's really fucking basic, as much as I love Saitama and I love the manga itself. Yeah, that's my take.
All right.
There we go.
There you go, Mom.
Oh, thank you.
There we go.
What was I going to say? Old girl from Promised Neverland.
Oh, we have.
Oh, yeah. In B class, we got Shinra Kusakabe. We got Rimuru.
Why is Naruto's crotch at S class? I mean, like.
I mean, it's pretty legendary, right?
I mean, he's
not rated that high, bro.
I think
like
Deku
a
should be brought down to a B.
Yeah.
You think Deku should be at a B?
Absolutely.
What? Nah, there's about times he's giving you the feels. You think he's a B?
I get the feels, but I mean, who has to save him sometime?
There was a lot of talk about Deku in manga versus anime.
Yes.
And for where Deku is in the anime. Manga.
He's probably a genius the way he was portrayed when he was a kid, right?
Don't ruin it for him.
I mean, don't.
Yeah, I mean,
once I'm done with One Piece, I'm reading mad mangas. No one even knows this, but once I'm done, I'm going in. I'm going in on so many.
Go for it, man. Go for it. Go for it. It doesn't spoil anything. It's just a different experience.
Ooh.
I do like the place. Why Tiny Giant? That's not Hinata, right? That's Tiny Giant. It is Hinata.
Yeah,
absolutely. I think that's
a lot of crotch shots in this. Yeah. I didn't realize that when I was watching it.
I was doing it on the fly. I couldn't necessarily resize them. All right.
Listen, I'm not judging. It's just the pictures you had already on your computer. Like, I'm not judging. I just know you.
I'm partially.
It couldn't fit. It didn't fit. It just happened to just center.
Crotch shot in the D.
We only put the important part, you know?
Oh, that's a Bomb. 25th Bomb. Yeah.
Bomb.
Who's that?
From God of High School. I mean, Tower of God.
Tower of God, yeah.
The simp.
The simp himself, yeah.
You know what? I would have switched him with Inuyasha, but that's
Monty. I hate you for getting me into that show. That show was such a waste of time.
Whoa! Tower of God?
Tower of God was such a waste of time. I got to the end. No, I'm done. There's so much else in the world to watch. Bro. Nothing happened. Right? You get to the end of it. It was such a waste.
Are you reading the manga, sir? Are you reading that manga?
No, I'm good. There's so much else to do in life. I think I need to go mow my lawn.
Mow my lawn over Tower of God?
Yes. I felt betrayed afterwards.
That's fair. That is fair.
I'm also seeing Asta in the B rank. I'm surprised he's not in the A rank.
Look, I fought for him. But it just wasn't.
Gave up on him.
The professor came at his neck ASAP.
And also we had people.
I caught up like 30 episodes, and I'm really impressed with him so far.
Lou was also on my side.
Wait. Let's not glide over for the fact that JL is making improvement in Black Clover. Okay, it took nearly.
I'm impressed.
It took like a season and a half for him to actually make this comment.
I've watched quite a few animes this past week.
And we thank you for that.
Turn the Witch. I've watched Noblesse. I've watched quite a few that have premiered.
I was going to mention that tonight.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
I'm getting into Black Clover, and it's taking a turn. It's getting good.
Yeah, just
I will say this. I love the music.
It's building up.
One of the things that. Oh yeah, it's super build. It's all set up for some epic shit. I can tell. But the production value, even though they have some cheap episodes, they come with it when they have like the big ass battles. But I get it. It's budget saving. They have a lot of story to build on.
And they're like Team No Days Off. They like just keep
they keep
out
going.
episodes.
Even during COVID, we pointed that out. That team didn't stop until like
I think they took like a 2-week break during
world opening up.
Yeah, they
again.
took a break during the start of the
it was
pandemic.
only 2 weeks, and then they've been going hard since. And when was that break? Like in the summer?
No, back in the start. Like they were at
like March or April, yeah.
Oh, it was March. Yeah,
they had to pause and then resume, as well as Boruto. But Boruto has been like continuous, even though their anime story is whack, but the manga's pretty decent. But that's why Boruto is in the D. Baki is in.
There's a number of reasons why Boruto's in the D.
Yo,
fucking guy.
I have not
hard.
I've probably seen.
Boruto is trash.
8 minutes worth of AMV fights or like fan videos about Boruto fights. That's all I've seen, and I've heard from my friend John that the manga is better than the anime.
That is true.
I can't be a judge on it, but I hear that they bring characters back or they don't, yada yada. It just sounds like a big marketing scheme.
So when we talk about the scum level, we have Rin from Blue Exorcist. We have Pharaoh Yugi, Zach Bell, and the last dude is
I couldn't find any other character to rag on besides Yugi.
Yu-Gi-Oh made a
C even in here.
So Kid Yugi.
No, that's Pharaoh Yugi.
Right? I like it. I like that we separated Yu-Gi-Oh and Yugi were two separate people.
There's 2 Yu-Gi-Oh characters,
right?
In the entire tier list.
They were the main character of the series, so hey, blame the direction of the.
You could have picked the Food Wars main character.
Okay, so that was going to be my follow-up question.
You could have was missing from the Fox animation.
I thought we already talked about revisiting this list
after 20 plus.
This is what you get for asking me.
Jet is missing.
Jet from
Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, Spike. Oh, that shit. True.
There are a lot of like classic anime characters that are not there. But I mean, it's impossible.
We have to do an old school tier list of.
I was going to bring that up, David. David said
2000 and under.
2000 and under. David was like promoted. Let's do another list.
Okay. Senior discount edition.
Senior. What? Oh,
it's the stuff I grew up with, man.
I'm going to be honest I will
say that a lot of these characters do suffer a little bit from that some anime focus on one main character, and other shows, a lot of more recent shows, don't focus so on just one character. Like there's right, and I appreciate some of those shows a lot more. Like Deku with My Hero Academia, like the show's not just about him, and sometimes I really love that. With Luffy, with One Piece, the manga is not just about him. It's about his entire crew. Like sometimes you'll get entire chapters, you'll get entire episodes with like, you don't see him at all. And you'll just go off on all of the other crewmates, and you'll just go explore them, see what's going on with them, see what's going on with the side characters. Sometimes you'll go off and see what's going on with the people that they've met and the people that they're trying to make alliances with. And like that's what the really interesting relationships are. That's what like where all like the real like fun stuff is going on. If you just follow that one person, it's not as great. And so like if you're just watching that one guy,
is a good example of that. Like every single character around him, the story is built on them because there's nothing to him besides his video game playing ass with King at home and just going to the store and buying food and then hoping to fight somebody. Other than that, he ain't shit. I mean, yeah, it's a one-punch concept, but everybody else around him builds that hero world that he wants to exist within. So I think fair placement for Saitama, granted how strong he is.
So continue on from our conversation. Okay, Mike. I'm not gonna let you. Go. I'm not gonna let you hold that in. Go ahead, let it out, brother. Let it out.
I disagree with that. I think Saitama has gotten some excellent monologues in talking about. I think they've really explored about just the whole expose of like what do you do when you've become the world's most powerful hero? Like what do you do with yourself? They've really I think they really have done it justice about like what do you do with yourself when you become the world justice? You stay at home and you play video games. That's what you do because there's nothing else to do. Right. Exactly. Like what else do you do? So like, and that's like, and he just gets bored with life and he wonders like the whole point of it all. And there are times where they like, he really explores like his inner self and he gets into his relationships where like, with people, with heroes, with like his, like what is his role in society? What is his responsibilities to society? Like I think they do him justice of like what is his job like with like defeating monsters? What is he supposed to do? And then they also really get into of like what would that response be from society to him? It's like, oh, this guy comes in and they destroys this monster with one swipe. It's like, oh, that monster must not have been so strong. So we're going to downgrade that monster's response. We're going to downgrade this thing over here. And so it screws up the whole monster class system. And it screws up the entire, like the S class, the B class, the A class, the C class. The entire system gets screwed up because this one guy is an outlier in the entire bell curve of heroes because like everything is ranked appropriately. So I that's one thing I love about One Punch Man is that they really explore that entire system of like the powers within the superheroes and like how everything works and like the superheroes, like their ranks are appropriate that they can climb up, but then there's just this one guy, like there's this one piece of like data that blips every now and then and like something doesn't make sense. Like there's this ridiculously strong villain that will pop up every now and then, but then it just gets flicked out and like it doesn't make sense. Like we should have like had to send 3 S-class heroes to go finish it off, but then
this one dude shows up and take care of it. Yeah,
no one showed up because he wasn't registered as a hero, and the thing just disappeared.
I love his fitness test.
That was wonderful. That was wonderful. That was wonderful. Oh, I loved it. It was great.
That's very good reasoning to back the anime, justly. I would definitely say that. You obviously have read further in the manga than I have, so I can hear that you know a little bit more.
It's not even him reading it. It's more of like him like analyzing it too, because I think he's also using.
That's a great way to look at it.
Yeah, because he's also like comparing some like scenes that they show from that used to be like comic strip and now being animated and not with the detail is like. He's breaking it down to a way that I'll be like, shit, did I miss something? I'm like,
it's worth a rewatch. It's worth reading the manga. It's worth reading it subbed. It's worth watching it dubbed. Just like go every single way you can. Origin. It's watched.
Crazy
every
origin
way you
for
can.
that manga and
Professor, what's your thought?
No, I was gonna say that to me, like season 2 felt like season 2 was not about Saitama. It was about the villain at all. So like, I really enjoyed that.
Point. About
I really enjoy that because we already saw in season 1 that he struggled of like trying to find that thrill, and I think in season 2 he found the thrill of trying to get better at playing video games, and I really like that because he sucks at playing video games, or either that or King is really good at playing video games.
He's a team killer.
Oh my god.
And King would just wreck him every time. And it's King. Saitama was just like, "Oh, but I keep hitting the button really fast." And King is like, "No, but you're mismatching my like water type versus like my other type." And just like, "No, you're not like thinking about it strategically."
And when someone questions his intelligence because he's so strong, he's like, "Fuck, I'm stupid." I'm not that good. I'm just really strong.
All right, so let me just bring it back in real quick. So if most likely we're going to do the 2000 and below version of this for season 5. So declare now, say their names before season 5 come. And I don't want to hear it after that. Who would you like to see as main character, or do you want to do it by shows or still by the main character go? For the tie list.
I think we should do it for main character, and it'll be really interesting to see if later on we do one by sort of like second-hand man, or like the best friend of the main character kind of a thing.
Oh, this
or like best waifus or something like that.
Oh, David, you're talking Monty language right there with the
call it again. What was it? Something losers?
No, waifus.
Oh, okay.
Waifu, you mess with the waifu, you gotta die, fool. Okay,
but for the old school, like, do you guys want to see Ramon and Kenshin? Do you want Spike?
Yeah, of course.
Right,
anything that was like Toonami that we never got to see until it came to Toonami.
Gene Starwin. All right.
The fuck?
Outlaw Star. You said name an old school dude from 2000 and under.
Dude, how about old school? How about Amuro Ray? How about Lupin the Third?
Okay, he's taking it even further.
For that one.
That's on my list.
Are we going with Astro Boy, and we're going with? We're going with what was the guy from the Speed Racer? He's like the mouths will just barely move, and
Speed
like
Racer,
so badly animated.
I forgot his name.
Terrible.
I'm not good with names, but all right, fair enough.
Like wacky.
I hope when we do season 5 on February, maybe this will be the opener. Y'all better be there, all right? I don't want to hear this be like, you guys mess up the list. We didn't mess up the list, all right? Y'all didn't show up. So get ready for that, guys. And if you guys want to partake too, we'll set up a little sample for you guys to vote in.
Do a poll.
Exactly. A poll on social media, and you guys start to elect names, boom, boom, boom. So that way we all will be happy. But some of you people will still be ungrateful. I know who you are, and I don't care about your feelings or your mom. And
I was going to say, you thought about your mom's house.
Anyway. Whoever he's talking to, he's already had your mom.
No comment. Anywho, let's focus on the main focus of tonight. All right. Fall is here. We have seen a lot of new shows, new season coming in. I would like to hear at least one from each, their insight of the upcoming season or new episodes or anime that came out. JL, I see you. Go ahead, man. Who you started with?
Burn the Witch.
Burn the Witch. Okay. What's the synopsis of this anime?
Has anybody watched it here?
Read the manga.
Ooh. Read the manga.
Okay.
Isn't it technically a 3-part movie though?
It is.
Okay.
Really? They're stretching that out?
I think it's actually wherever the manga and light novels have left off. This 3-part movie is continuation to build onto that. So it's
they're building it out.
3/4 point, like a reason to get into the manga. So it's like, this is in the Bleach world, all right? So within the universe of Soul Society.
How long is it going to be?
I believe these 3 episodes were just for the movie itself. I believe the writing is still ongoing with it, and they might animate another part, some kind of series to it. I think I read in Wikipedia, but I'm not. Based in the Bleach universe, Soul Society, they cast magic and they call them out by number, which is pretty dope.
I always love that magic.
Yeah, I had a synopsis written down. I was originally going to do my review video on that anime, but I was like, it's a 3-part movie. Let me not. I can't remember all the info I wrote down. But the two main characters, listen, Monty can vouch for me in my biased anime arsenal. Okay, I would never pick something that had a female role, lead role. This one just captivated me. Like the two female roles, they balance each other out. The character design within this movie is just either just funny, well done. It's like watching. Oh man, it's just so good. This is so good. I'm just so enlightened by it. Within the Bleach world, within like a reverse London kind of concept. So you have regular London in our world. And then when someone will like use their phone, I guess, and open a portal and they'll go to reverse London. And within that world, dragons attack. And when dragons attack, generally humans can't see them, but 72% of the population decline happens because of these dragon attacks. So these witches, I guess, can, fight these dragons off. There's a character in there who's a dragon clad. He's like a beacon for dragons to show up. So he attracts them. Anywhere he is, they're going to show up. He is the dumbest fucking character. He's the biggest fucking perv, and he gets to go along for the entire adventure. There's a character that reminds me of Grimjo from Bleach who ends up being a witch, which is pretty dope. If you haven't watched this, you definitely need to. I haven't read the manga itself, but just watching these three, I am so curious about it. Like, it is definitely, it's like the anime Harry Potter kind of thing. Like, it seems, it's like an uncovered gem, honestly.
So I'm guessing you believe in magic. I like that.
Yeah, I do. After watching this, I really wish I knew more about this world, but they give you so much within it. Like, there's rules, there's a way their government works. Man, you got to check it out.
Fair.
You got it.
David.
I actually want to go last because I just want to go over what potentially nobody else has said.
Okay.
Just in case.
Okay, I'm going to respect that. Usually I'm
this
last.
is why you are senpai, okay?
Yeah. I'm the one who got him into Darwin's game. But fine. I did. If you know the history, it's me, Scott, and then David. It's like...
Oh, okay. I thought you got me to Darwin's game. I was like, what?
No. But all right. As for me, I have not yet watched a single new anime because they have... Okay, so y'all saw I made the video for Haiku, right? And part 2.
Dope season opener.
Okay, that is why I have not started watching it, because I want to build it up. Because the suspense of certain like episode with the cliffhanger, it's just gonna like destroy me during the week.
The whole episode's a cliffhanger, bro. So that
is
every
why
episode is.
I choose to let it build up and stay away from Twitter, Reddit, all them spots, just so I can enjoy that whole momentum. So that is my anime, but not my anime, if that makes sense.
I don't know if you could somebody spoils it for you,
I don't know if you can spoil that anime, honestly.
I want you to try, Professor. I want you to try. I'm clapping too when I'm saying this.
Just saying I could spoil it because I read the whole manga through and I know how it ends.
I don't know if you could though, because like that anime, like just like from one episode to like another, like because just like the way that like you don't know like whether or not they're going to win this set, if they're going to win that set.
Trust me. There is a turn in the plot that you will not see coming.
I mean, like,
does someone break a leg?
I'm not going to say anything.
You, David, why? Why you had to say something like that?
That's what you got to do.
The Oracle, man. This is
when
why
they get run over.
As a non-Oracle, I'll tell you that their Rasengan finally gets countered. We'll just say that.
Look, man, all I got... What? No, I'm just saying, all I picture in my mind right now is Thor Ragnarok, where the professor's like, I can't defeat you, Jay, but I know someone who can.
Comes out busting.
Put the crown on the fire and everything, man. Send out David. That's my weakness, right? All right, all right, Mike. Who you got? What you been watching? Anything good for our audience and your enjoyment?
I know. I don't know when it's coming out. I want to say early 21. I think it's coming out.
But we're talking about fall. Let's not jump for the future yet.
Fall.
Fall. Let's be present for a moment.
All right. I don't know when. I don't know what's coming out when. I don't know. I live vicariously through Monty and through Scott. So
shout out to Scott. Okay.
Literally, I'll be like, "Yo, you gotta watch the show." He's like, "I'm not watching it, but I'm reading it," and I'm like,
"Not watching it, but reading it." I love that.
No. Are you kidding me? Monty gets me gets me into so much stuff. Like he puts me onto many shows. So like, shout out to Josh there. So. No, I want to say, when is that time I was reincarnated into a slime coming out?
2021.
Yep.
It's 21 coming out?
All right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm waiting for that bad boy, man. Shit.
Is it okay to pick up girls in a slime? Arnold, is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon?
I was about to talk about that one, man. That's my shit. I just started watching.
Yeah. Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? When's that coming out?
That just came out October 3rd. This is the third season. It's out on Crunchyroll. It'll be out on High Dive and Dubs, I think, this coming Friday. So, yeah, we on the watch out for that. Are you caught up on that?
I am caught up on that.
Yes, another one. See, guys, see, you need to watch the show.
See,
I saw that finger. Like I'm like, oh.
like Dave's on it, Mike's on it, Scott's
good stuff.
On it.
It's good. It's good stuff. I don't know what it is. There's something about that, like about the world building in that show. There's just like this mysterious aspect to the show. There's like, because like it's at first it seems just like that, and others like, we have like all these like these guys going into a dungeon. There are these mages, and there's these knights, and there's these tanks, and we're going into a dungeon. We're fighting monsters, but there's just like there's something like tickling at the back. It's like, why are we going into a dungeon? Why are these goddesses gods?
You see, Monty, if you would explain it to me like he's doing right now, I would have been done with it like a long time ago.
I love fucking Rage and all that MMO shit. That's what that's about.
Yo, there's a lot of shit in there, man.
No, listen to the question he just said. Why are we going to the dungeon?
I'm like, it makes me want to watch it.
Yeah.
Like, why are we going to the dungeon? I want to go to the dungeon now.
There's like an entire town is built around this like tower that goes into the ground, and like all these guys, like they just go into the dungeon to make money. It's like, no, they're not in there to make money. There's a reason they're going in. There's like guilds that go into the dungeon. There have been guilds that have been wiped out going into the dungeon. And it's like, and like, one god sponsors each guild, and so like a god has been wiped out and like can no longer like descend to earth because they were wiped out. And it's like, well, why? Like, why are we going into the dungeon? There's something going on. There's that tickle in your brain. There's that little spice that makes you want to go in. It's like, I want to know. I want to know. Like, give me to season 3.
In all fairness, guys, when I was preaching to you guys about this, it was before season 2 even dropped. Okay. And there wasn't an extensive amount of world building within its 13 episodes, but there was enough to keep you interested and grounded, and I don't want to give away too much. But yes, it's fucking dope, and it's everything Mike said plus more.
Don't defend nothing. Don't defend nothing. You got me into it. These guys are just slacking.
There's definitely a mystique about the tower and its origins, and there's a whole lot of like backstabbing and plotting between the gods.
There's backstabbing? I love backstabbing.
Between the gods themselves. Like there's gods trying to usurp other gods, and
why didn't you use the word backstabbing before, Monty? What's going on?
Who doesn't love drama?
Stab you in the front, all right?
At least I know it's real. All right. Well, Mike, Monty, that was a great tag team on that. You guys sold it to me. Now, if you guys help me with my oceanography homework, I definitely would watch on Saturday.
There's fish in the ocean.
Oh, all right. Fair.
And they're being depleted.
There are several layers to the ocean depending on its depth and pressure. It really is. But it's been a very long time since I've...
Yeah.
plankton make up most of the oxygen we use, not the trees and the forests. I learned that one.
Oh, wow.
Okay. You guys were dead ass. I was.
Oceanography.
I'm like, where's my notepad? I should be taking notes. Like, what's going on? Professor, I haven't forgot about you, brother. What's going on, man? What's the phone?
All I watched recently, I mean, besides what? Burn the Witch, Dragon Quest.
Yes.
Love the way that it looks. It looks, like an updated version, but you can still tell it's based on a 90s anime. A little bit different than the original, the way I remember it. I don't think that in the 90s version, they were on an island. I think they totally changed this just to make it different. It was like a separate land. It's kind of weird to see the whole like boat thing. Yeah, the monsters. Kind of like it's basically, it's like, to me as I'm watching it, it's like, oh, like I forget about this, like, and just all these memories coming back up, like some of the characters that they had in there. We'll see how it goes. I don't know if it's like going to be a very, very serious action packed anime, but it definitely has like a lot of like adventure vibes to it.
Does it have the adventure vibes of like a Saturday morning cartoon?
Yes.
Yeah, it definitely feels like that.
It does, because the second he started sucking monsters into that tube and then blowing them back out, I was like,
that was awesome.
Gulp, and what was the other word?
Gush.
Gush. So Gulp sucks them in and Gush blows them out.
So it literally comes out like with Pokeballs. It's just like, I brought this squad with me, like.
Yeah.
Is it required that you watch the original 90s, or can you watch it fresh?
No, you can just watch it fresh. This is supposed to be a reboot. They changed some things right off the bat from the first episode, but I think is that they're trying to update the story to be a little bit more believable than instead of like this forest that anybody could have gone to and nobody chose to go there. Now they're on a remote island, right? And all the monsters live there. Nobody else goes there.
The main character gets knighted pretty quickly, I would say.
Yeah, he did, but I don't think he has like a lot of meaning. Like he still doesn't have some of the weapons that he's going to have later on. And he's definitely going to fight some really interesting, cool characters. Like, I don't remember the name of any of them, but there's like this guy who wears this big armor, and his helmet has like a little, it almost looks like the part that you hold of a sword in front of it. And when he holds it and pulls it out, the sword will come out of his helmet.
Oh shit.
It's like really trippy. They have a guy that is like half fire, half ice. That is like one of the main villains. So
okay, Todoroki. Okay, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
probably Todoroki without the daddy issues.
I was gonna say the animation looks really crisp. This is Toei animation.
It is Toei at its finest. Probably a newer Toei team, because anything Toei recently, it's Fairy Tail. But if you haven't seen One Piece lately, the new Toei team is doing, I think, much bolder lines, different colors. They're definitely exploring water in a different aspect as well. I think Dragon's Quest is a good chance to revamp that.
Yeah, like I said, it looks crispy.
Yeah.
All right, David. As I promised, you would last.
All right, I have a few. I'll try to do a rapid fire, but the first and foremost one I want to mention, it's called Moriarty the Patriot. I guarantee pretty much nobody's ever heard of this. It's based on you ever hear of Sherlock Holmes?
Yes.
You've all heard of Sherlock Holmes.
I heard of them.
Okay, so this character is actually kind of like a contemporary or like a rival to Sherlock Holmes in the novels. And this guy, so far in the anime, this guy's like a mathematician, a noble person, and pretty much it doesn't spoil anything. The first episode, there's a murder goes down, and Moriarty figures out who the murderer is.
You got my attention.
He lets the person who his kid was a victim of the murder. It was a serial killing of kids, and he finds one of the parents. He's like, I know who the murderer is, and he arranges. He gets the guy in a room, and he's like, here you go, kill him. And he pretty much erases all traces of the setting up to murder the guy. And his whole goal is to set up these perfect crimes where nobody figures out because he was doing
and
the
you
guy.
get your revenge, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. He's helping these people get revenge. He's doing the people sound like it's not a crime, but he's like in the eyes of society, it's viewed as a bad thing. But he's really helping these people out. So that's why
it's what like Batman could never do.
Yeah,
bro. What is the name of this anime? Because my brother would be all over.
Moriarty, what?
Moriarty the Patriot.
What are you watching it on?
Yes, that was my follow-up question.
I believe it is on Funimation.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
It was either Funimation or Crunchyroll, but I'm pretty sure it was Funimation.
I'm looking at the roster for Crunchyroll. It's not there. So Funimation for sure. Okay.
And then the other one that I really want to mention, it's another one like, if you go around, like there's ones like everybody knows about Yashahime and all those other ones, like you'll hear about those. But this one is called Akudama Drive. And it's like this cyberpunk setting. And it's got this weird crime system. I mentioned Psychopaths, but the first episode I was on, it's kind of like in that vein, like a crime, cyberpunk kind of setting. And pretty much it has all these characters come together. They get this message. There's this guy that's set to be executed. And there's like a courier, like, a guy that, does messages between gangs or whatever. There's this like black market doctor that goes around like killing people with needles and scalpels and stuff like that. There's like, just like your crazy brawler guy. They all get this message that you'll get like 100 million yen or whatever the currency of the show is. And they all just flock to this prison where the guy's going to be executed. And they all storm the place. And it's just the cinematography, the animation, it's just nonstop action. And it's very interesting. And just on the side, like this girl who just gets brought to the station just for not paying like a 500 yen tab on like some takoyaki stand. Mm-hmm. She somehow gets caught in with all these people that have like 950-year prison sentences on them, and she gets drawn in. And she just gets involved in all the hijinks. And it's not a big spoiler, I guess I can say this, but at the end they all end up with explosive collars around their neck, and it alludes to they're going to be involved in some sort of big scheme, and they're going to have to achieve something before the collars go off on them.
DC anime.
But the action is crazy. Explosions and friggin' super cyber motorcycles flying across the place.
Send us a YouTube link of this because I would love to watch
I'm so hyped for Cyberpunk. You tell me it's like that, I'm fucking in. It's getting
and
all
I think
money.
It's Funimation as well. I think that's on Funimation as well.
All right.
What's the name again?
It's called Akudama Drive.
Akudama Drive.
I canceled my Hulu recently, so I need to fill the space.
And then the other one I would say, JL, actually, I heard him mention it, is Noblesse. And if you are willing to risk on another Korean manhwa after you got out of high school,
this is Korean.
Listen, man, let's just do this, all right? You already got me on an omniscient reader and the solo leveling. Let's just do this.
But the thing with Noblesse, actually, the first episode is actually a continuation from an OVA that was released. And if you don't watch the OVA, you're going to have no clue what's going on.
I was going to say, so I literally was watching about 12. I'm literally at 12 minutes, 25 seconds of the first episode before this podcast. And they're talking about everybody getting saved in some way, yada, yada. I saw the intro. That didn't seem like anything that was happening. And they're explaining something that I haven't seen yet. So
yeah, this I know 100%. It's on Crunchyroll. There's two OVAs.
One episode.
There's one OVA. It's got a Korean name in the title, but it actually is for the people who are like up on the manhwa, and it will spoil the shit out of the whole show. So don't go to that one. The one you want to watch is called Awakening.
Okay, cool.
So there's an OVA on Crunchyroll called Awakening. Watch Awakening, and then watch episode 1 of the series.
It's not titled Noblesse at all. It's different.
It's titled Noblesse Awakening.
Okay. All right. Thank you, David.
You absolutely have to watch that to know what the fuck is
I'm glad I've stopped where I'm at, and I can go to that and then continue on.
And it is a million times a better intro episode. Like the action,
I would
everything is way better in that.
Because this reminds me of like magic of high school tech magic bullshit. All like the way they're starting off with like the high school heartthrob idea with this main character. And I'm just like, I don't know who any of these characters are. And they're like,
so let me just inject because this is so good. But we also got like other anime to quickly talk upon for our audience real quick. All right. So as you guys saw, just for those who are watching the video and making it to this time, we thank you for sticking around with us. We're here to talk about now what we might or might not watch for the rest of the fall season. Those who are just skimming through, hey, welcome. We're about to talk about more anime. So here it is, guys. I'm about to share the screen. Boom. And I'm going to the Crunchyroll website. We're not being sponsored by them, but they do have some great listing that you might find elsewhere that you might enjoy. So, as you guys see from the top of the list, they have the Attack on Titan final season coming out in December 7th. Just a raise of hand. How many of you guys are going to be watching this? Opening, yeah. Oh, praise the Lord.
Absolutely,
yes.
Oh,
all right.
God.
I could ruin this for y'all right now, but I'm going to stay quiet.
No, don't you dare ruin Attack on Titan, bro. I'll be at your house so quick.
If you could find me.
I have 4 flat tires tomorrow morning, bro.
Wait, yeah, Juan did at my house, so yeah, that is possible. 4 flat tires.
Yeah,
like it's gonna be me, Juan, and JL outside your house. You'd be like, Udi, protect me.
And he shot.
He should, bro.
At your door.
Yeah, he's got a secret weapon. Uri? Yeah.
All right. So, Burn of the Witch came out. Already mentioned. So, high recommendation from us from the Shinobi Unfolding. Okay. Dragon Quest: The Adventure of Dai. Juan did an excellent review on it. Great, feedback, and it's also on Crunchyroll's on Friday.
Check the YouTube.
In the YouTube. D4 DJ First Mix. Never heard of it. This is so far the synopsis just says is high school girls learning to be DJ and becoming the best DJ. This is an anime you guys might be interested in, Michael?
No.
Okay.
I might check it out, actually. I'm into the whole music genre.
Wait, that was JL. Michael, what would you think?
Of the DJ mix?
D4 DJ First Mix.
I'd probably keep scrolling.
Okay.
What if it's like this season's How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift?
That's my shit. That's my shit.
Yeah. I don't live a DJ life. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know how they live. I don't know how
y'all don't like music and clubbing? All right, fine.
I love music and clubbing, but I don't give a fuck how they do outside of music.
Although I will say that Monty really sold the what was it? The video game? No. 2 episodes ago, the modeling agency.
Mile Down the Runway?
I checked that out. Checked that out.
I have not checked it out, but like he sold it so well that I'm very interested.
He did a good job on that because that's right there.
Look, even David liked it. David's like,
I get the David thumbs up.
Whoa! I got an emoji just like him doing this.
Like modeling agency meets sports anime.
It's great.
It works. It works, man.
I want to see the David thumbs up become a thing. That has to be a thing.
So, the Eagle Talon Golden Spell looked very childish. Coming out on Sundays at 10 a.m. Is this something you guys might be interested in?
Golden
no idea.
No, from David. I don't know from the professor. No. All right. The Genie Family 2020. I guess this is a classic anime series for celebrating 50 years.
50th anniversary?
Yes.
2020. It was 1970?
50th anniversary?
Yes.
To be determined. Jesus.
Whatever.
That's the question.
That guy's going to be in our tier list for the classic anime,
50
right?
consecutive years? Or...
No, consecutive? It came out in 1970 and never came out again.
Yep. And it's coming back for the old heads. Golden Kamui season
Golden
3.
Kamui. Oh Kamui. My God.
Thank you.
Has anybody watched this yet?
No.
Is that the one about the trains?
I was going to get on it because I saw the 3rd season was going to come out. So probably once the 3rd season's done, I'm just going to streamline seasons 1, 2, and 3 all together.
All right. Yo, when you do that, let me know because I saw a trailer of that. And there's a scene where there's a couple of soldiers trying to protect someone else from like some rabid animals, like it's a bear versus Wolverine. This Wolverine starts tearing motherfuckers up. Like it's just a regular wild Wolverine, mind you. I think it's like survival of like people out in, I guess like from the clothes they had, they're probably like early 1800s, maybe late 1700s, but they had muskets and they had no aim because you can aim a musket straight and it'll like shoot left or right. So I didn't see them ever hitting any target that they had, but it seems like a ill survival concept kind of anime. So
yeah, I've read a lot of good reviews on it, but I saw the third season was coming out, so I decided to hold off on jumping on it.
Same. 3 seasons, pretty strong. If it ends soon, I'll wait and then finish it. But if it continues, I might pick it up.
Hallelujah for that. Grand Blues is I guess it's more of a comedy type of anime. If you guys ever into that, comes out on Thursday.
The characters, animations all tell me no.
Okay. Yeah. Doesn't that looks,
of no, course. That looks playful AF. No.
Haiku to top season part 2. Yes, but I'm holding on that one. David, please
do it.
Don't, guys, help me with my homework and we'll talk about it.
Do it.
This is an interesting one. I'm standing on a million live. A lone wolf student is sent to another world where he must become a hero to save himself and his party. So it has that. When I was reincarnated as a slime / the rise of the
Isekai vibe.
Yeah. It has my thumbs up just for past anime that I've seen. What about you guys?
Really? You're going to give that a pass just because it says that?
Well, yeah, I mean, Isekai's hot right now. It's really hot, but like...
But they're all not good.
They are not.
But I'm going to give it the Shinobi rule. I'm going to give it the 3-episode rules just to see if it gets good.
I was just saying, I can see where he's coming from. I don't agree with him, but I see where he's coming from.
But, I mean, he gave it a thumbs... What kind of thumbs up did you just give it?
The thumbs up to watch it.
All right.
Because these are the upcoming season. These are shows that are coming out later within the next few months.
So you're saying you're going to try this and you want other people to try it?
Maybe, if they want, you know.
When you're going to watch that, you let me know, okay? Because I want to have the same reaction to you. I think that's preemptive. I don't think you should do that.
We could definitely do a Zoom party and check it out together.
I'm done with that.
I'm going to give this the Monty and Scott review that I'm going to wait till they tell me it's okay and then maybe I'll check it out because I am the filthy casual and I don't have time to check out these random things. I need to get into the quality stuff.
No,
I mean you're busy out here being an S-class dad. You're the dad of dads.
Ooh, okay.
I appreciate that.
We need a father episode.
We do. Isekais don't deserve everybody's attention, especially hardworking dads. So I'm just saying, I wouldn't give that thumbs up to Mike at all.
Well, single life Josh, say A.
Single life? Whoa! Single life.
I'm just saying, like, Mike's the type of dude who's like, did you get the zinc plated fasteners or not? He's going outside. Like, I'm just like, what's the
difference? We got to carry on. Irish 7-second beat. This is more similar to the fashion show, I'm guessing, Monty. Like, you seen it? I don't know.
No, this is Idol. This is like, so idols would be like pop. So it looks like it probably would be more closer to Given.
Okay.
It looks like. No, I mean, I wasn't throwing shade.
I know.
Jay, you already started scrolling, man. Just keep going.
Yes, sir.
You already started scrolling, so you can keep going.
Okay. So, of course, is it wrong to try to pick up girls in the Dungeon Season 3? We already talked about it and gave the approval with the biggest tag team I ever seen in my life, and I watch wrestling, and that's crazy. This one is really good. I'm not going to say the first part, but the sport climbing girls, Scott Senpai, shout out. You gave the.
Is this the rock climbing one?
Yes.
Yeah.
That I knocked him in a comment about?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody saw that?
Saturday at 11 a.m. You can watch it. He said it was great. Because of Senpai, I'm also might give it that thumbs up.
No homework being done this fall.
Not at all.
None of all.
No comment.
Okay, fair.
Look, man, y'all gave me shit for watching Keijo.
I can't say anything to that. I got you into Keijo.
That was so good.
All right, It's The Order a Rabbit Bloom.
What is this? What is this chibi shit?
Get ready for more tea time at the Rabbit House.
They also don't have an airtime. It looks like it got pushed back.
Okay, so that's a no for majority of us.
Someone that was supposed to be their artist was like, no, I don't feel like comfortable coming in. I'm gonna stay home. They're like, all right.
Monty, can you alley-oop on this one for me real quick?
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yes!
This looks like another Shonen Jump hit. It's got JL's name written all over it. As soon as I saw Shonen Jump, I was like,
let's go. I watched.
David, you gave the thumb. What?
It does.
Is this about jujitsu or what is this?
No, not at all.
It is. The first episode is crazy, dude.
Thank you, David. You know what? If you're curious, I'll tell you. If you're not, I won't.
What happens at the end of the episode is friggin' bananas.
It is. I agree.
You gotta
I think
watch
choreography, I think concept, and granted it is shonen, it's very dark. So
now this one right here, once I
like dark shonen.
Ooh, okay, Michael. You got a dark side? I respect it.
I feel like that any shonen that I read, I put a dark spin on, and then when I watch the anime, I'm like, oh, that's not nearly as dark as I read it.
Can I ask you, sir, fellow bald man, have you watched the Fate series at all?
I can't say that I do because I'm not sure what you're referring to.
Fate Stay Night?
No,
I think that's my first one. Yeah, it's a.
Do you remember the caster from that series? Remember the guy that would eat the kids? It has that dark kind of feel to it.
Moving on.
Yes. This one, Katana Maidens Tomoshibi. Once there's an airtime, I'm definitely going to give it a try because I have watched the one about the girls who are assassin. So it has that similar vibe for me. So I'm going to give it my thumbs up once I know when it's going to be released.
What do you mean, like Gunslinger Girl? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, thank you, David. My man, dang.
I forgot about that.
It has the Gunslinger type of vibe, but only with sword this time. I'm going to mess with that.
I can see that.
I'm hoping it is that. I'm hoping it is. So definitely giving my thumbs up. Y'all wait for my review. Monty, can you help me on this one?
Mr. Asamatsu, third season. This looks like something I would be playing on the TV at like the sushi place I go to. This looks awesome. I gotta take you, man. It's this cute little Japanese couple. It's a hole in the wall. You'll love it. But yeah, this looks great, man.
All right. Anybody else might give it a chance for the kids? For the kids?
Sure.
Haha.
Sure.
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's the third season, so it's working.
No Bleece. I guess everybody's into it. They loving it. David gave us the warning. You got to watch Awakening first before you start the episode 1 of this series.
100% prerequisite. You have to watch Awakening.
Heard. I'm glad I know that now, and I haven't finished the episode.
It's like when you go to CCRI, you got to take math 0500 before you do the 1000. Yeah, I went there.
Jay's position heard.
One Room season 3 does not get my attention whatsoever because why there's one.
Never heard about it.
Where's the second room? Why there's season 3? Somebody in the comment below.
As the protagonists follow the story that develops in your one room. Monty.
Translated this.
Yeah, that sounds like a different kind of series I'd watch. Hey.
This one seems like a arcade type of game. Oxy Equinox.
I want to say
looks like something out of Nickelodeon.
Yeah, I was going to say. I believe it's actually has to work with the studio that worked on the studio, or at least some of the parties that did work on Avatar: Last Airbender are working on Onyx Equinox. If I'm remembering correctly,
you can see it.
I might give that a chance.
Ooh, Professor. Okay.
I'll give it a chance.
Just because of Airbender.
Am I reading that right? It says one young Aztec boy is summoned to act as humanity's champion as a fight between God breaks out. I will give that.
Yep, you read it right. And its airtime is November 21st. So I think that's our last episode for the Shinobi Unfolding. So check out the reviews, guys, on YouTube. So Professor, yes. Monty, yes. Who else is gonna say yes for this guy?
I'm gonna say yes as long as someone reminds me.
Fair enough.
Right, I'm definitely gonna forget, but somebody.
You know, I'll obnoxiously sound off in the chat.
Do it.
Don't worry about
Do it. I'm gonna need it. I like the way those characters look. Whatever that is to the top of that artwork, I like that.
To be determined. If you guys give the thumbs up, I'll follow suit.
I'm just gonna jump a few. Strike Witches Road to Berlin. Definitely seem action packed. Similar to the other version of is it called like Fairy Quest? It was on Hulu. I was not a big fan of that artwork, but this seemed pretty interesting.
What the fuck? That is the bottleneck. Anything could happen at Hot Mart.
Right? I'm looking at that.
Urban convenience store known for its handmade dishes. Is this like a cooking anime?
Are we looking at the right one?
No, it's right next to
No, it's on the
Berlin.
right. It almost looks like Clerks meets anime.
Yo, you don't know, as a chef, I've always died of seeing like the anime that really depicts true cooking, and what I see not only myself but my cooks go through. I just wish there was something that could precede
Michael,
that.
I lied to you. I do apologize.
Oh, yeah, I'm seeing that. What's up?
Reincarnated as a Slime, November 27th.
No.
What's the OAD?
This is basically an OVA. So
OAD.
It's I forget. It's basically an OVA. It's the fifth OVA.
I haven't seen the first four.
Oh, so these are the students that was trained by the girl, and they got their own shot. My man,
I gotta go find the first four.
I'm with you on that.
It's on Funimation. It's on Funimation, man. You can just look it up. It's there.
I'll share my Funimation with you if you need to. We'll do this. All right. No.
The wife's gonna be happy to hear that.
This is about a single choir. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it.
You skipped the one. You skipped the one about the marriage. I'm like, yeah, skip that.
Don't
skip
that
nothing. Shit.
The last one is I know I'm gonna say it wrong.
Yashahime.
Yashahime, the Prince of Hadime.
The Inuyasha continuation.
Yep. Is coming out Saturday, 3 a.m. Pacific times. For us is Friday around
Thank God I'm working Saturday and I won't just
No, actually the first episode's already out. I watched it.
It is, right?
And what's your feedback on it?
Along with the past two.
It was pretty much fan service to give everybody the feels about how the initial series was. Mm-hmm. But what I'm hoping at least is that now it's gonna cut for the screen thing has like the 3 kids. I'm hoping now it's going to cut to the 3 kids story, because it's still, their identities are still kind of a mystery, but like you can kind of tell by their character design whose kids they are.
All I heard is Boruto Next Generation star.
Right?
That's all I heard.
Wait, so you have Inuyasha and Orihime, and there's a question of like bastard children?
Well, no, it's weird. Like the episode starts off where one of the 3 kids is caught in in some sort of feudal castle back in the feudal era, obviously. But he or she, I forget. It's kind of hard to tell if it's a boy or a girl with the way they look, but they were in the regular modern times, but they came back to the feudal times, but they were born in the feudal times. So they were born there. They somehow got like lost and transported, and the kid got raised in the modern times by Kagome's brother.
Oh man! So anyways,
then he came back. Yeah, it's a popsicle headache. No, but I mean, it honestly, I'm like,
even your camera's going out of focus.
Yeah, he was like, please stop.
Like the way I feel about Bleach is the same way I feel about Inuyasha. I swear it is. It's just they're both sit in the same tank and just feed off the same water.
Well, guys, we made it. This is the final outro. Michael, thank you again for joining us. And any recommendation you have for our listener before I do my spiel?
Keep finding something new.
Ooh, Michael. I like that. Okay. Fair enough. So there you guys have it. Michael's here. Michael probably going to be in a future episode, hopefully in season 5, because we are almost closing out, guys. Yes, we're on episode 18. We'll be closing out soon enough for once you guys see the Shinobi Award show, that's when you guys know it's like our, swan song until next year. So with that being said, please be sure to continue to support us. Follow us. We on your Facebook. We're on your Insta. We're on your Twitter. And of course, YouTube. Come on, guys. We give you content on Sunday with the audio. We give you content, the full episode video on Tuesday around 10 o'clock a.m. We give you that little short clip on IG and YouTube. And we're also doing some reviews. Like all these beautiful people right here, and soon enough, David and Michael will be sharing your thoughts, feeding you, you know what I'm saying? Giving you some insight so you don't want to miss out. You got to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Help us get to 100 subscribers, man. That's what we're asking for. Bless us with 2020 with 100, and we'll continue to give you that thumbs up of approval.
Otherwise, you're going to find Jay at your mom's house. So,
How did you tie that all together? I don't know.
And we're going to have to pick him up and explain shit to people. Like, it's not...
I love your cooking, so...
I bet whoever's mom does too, because clearly they're being fed.
Yeah. All the time. I don't leave.
If you need meal preps, holler at me.
Ooh, there you go, JL. Plug that in.
Shameless plug.
As well, we got to throw in a shout out to our boy Rat Castle, who came out with that banger, man. All season 4, we've been getting feedback on that intro and outro, and we want to say thank you, brother, for that. We want to thank our the Kages right here, guys. I appreciate you. I love you for everything that you guys been doing. We continue to work hard together, and Professor, this guy right here, you see that guy right there, that handsome man right there, looking like Yu Yu Hakusho. This man creates the memes. You know what I'm saying?
Meme machine.
The meme machine himself, that Yamcha one is still hilarious. If you don't know what we're talking about, you're not following us. And that's the whole point of this outro. So, today, quote of the night, I'm going to say the following. We each need to find our own inspiration. Sometime it's not easy. Kiki's Delivery Service said it.
Okay.
All right. So that's the Shinobi Unfolding. We say gracias, buenas noches, and sayonara. Peace.
Peace.
Yo!